Okay, so let's dive deep a bit about PCOS and also understand what is nature cure and how nature cure views disease and what are the biological needs of a body and how disease progresses and how diseases can be reversed too. Okay, a very brief introduction about PCOS. So PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's a hormonal problem among women of the reproductive age and it has become fairly common. In fact, it is said that almost 1 in 10 women suffer from this problem today. And it not only affects the health, but women suffer more with regard to this issue is also the effect it has on the outward appearance. And it may get diagnosed in at different stages, but usually it gets diagnosed when there are fertility issues or when there are menstrual problems, or most often when a woman is not able to get pregnant. So that's when we go to the doctor and then realize that there is a problem. And when cysts are discovered in the ovary, then it's given the name of polycystic ovarian syndrome. So the symptoms of PCOS are what you can see on the slide. It's not necessary that one may have all these symptoms. There may be a few or they may be all, and there may be pain or no pain. Each woman's body is different, so it's not necessary that all the symptoms are present. But in brief, the symptoms of PCOS are irregular periods. So periods can be frequent or there may be long gaps between periods. The periods are usually heavy and there is a difficulty getting pregnant. There is excessive body and facial hair, which is actually not usual in women. And some women also have, like you see in the picture, there is a male pattern baldness. Then through an ultrasound, it's also discovered that there are cysts in the ovary. There may be acne on the face. And many women also go through mood swings. Anxiety and depression is common. Then there is weight gain, usually more weight gain around the abdomen, the midriff region, and there is insulin resistance, which means that there is a higher amount of insulin being produced in the body, which also causes frequent hunger and frequent urges to eat and in turn weight gain. So in brief, these are the symptoms of PCOS. Okay, so now I wanted to share a short video on how modern medicine or allopathy views PCOS, and following this video we will move towards nature cure and we will see how the same symptoms are viewed from the natural healing point of view. I hope that this video plays here. So Ishita, let me know if this will play here. Are you able to hear it?
No.
It's not playing?
No. So should I play it from my end?
Yes. Can you please try it?
Yeah. Can you stop sharing the screen? I will share mine.
Yeah.
Welcome to part 2 of the PCOS.
Is it audible?
Yes.
Series. In this video, we will discuss the pathophysiology of polycystic ovarian syndrome. PCOS is a complex metabolic disorder, which has no definitive pathway for explaining all of the internal and external symptoms associated with this condition. However, studies have revealed a general understanding behind the pathophysiology of the disorder. In a patient with PCOS, the primary defects are seen from two perspectives in the body. The first one is insulin resistance, and secondly, relative LH and FSH levels. A person with PCOS may have insulin resistance. This means that the cells within your body fail to respond to the insulin hormone to take up glucose for the use of energy. Because glucose is not being used up for energy, it results in the storage of glucose, resulting in weight gain. Ultimately, the excess insulin within the body will cause the ovaries to increase production of androgen. This can lead to anovulation. Furthermore, the two main pituitary hormones that orchestrate major changes in your body are luteinizing hormone, LH, and follicle-stimulating hormone, FSH. These are hormones essential for reproduction. LH stimulates the production of androgen substrates, which are converted to create sex hormones such as testosterone and estrogen. FSH stimulates the growth of the ovarian follicles to allow maturation of the egg before it releases. It is important for FSH and LH to be in precise balance to avoid complications. Normally, during the beginning of the menstruation cycle, FSH is higher than LH. However, in PCOS, this is reversed. Initially, instead of a higher FSH, there is an increased level of LH, which produces an excess of androgen substrates that lead to elevated testosterone levels, which are associated with the excess body and facial hair. Furthermore, with the decreased levels of FSH, the ovaries are not stimulated adequately for maturation and eventually ovulation. This is the reason why women with PCOS have difficulty conceiving and experience irregular menstruation cycles. This is a simplified version of the mechanisms behind a few of the symptoms associated with PCOS, and further research is still being conducted. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out part 1, What is PCOS, for more general information.
Okay, so you watched this short video about, PCOS explanation from an allopathic point of view. Now let's go ahead. So in short, what I wanted to say is that the body has an intelligence which orchestrates all the different hormones in our body and their levels and what needs to be, released at what time, and there is a very intricate balance which the body achieves. This balance is somehow disturbed when a woman goes through the PCOS symptoms. And insulin, being also one of the hormones, is overproduced, and this causes, symptoms of prediabetes, weight gain, and fatigue. Now let's look at nature cure and how we can view the same problems and through the lens of nature cure, and how nature cure makes it very simple for us to understand how the different symptoms which have developed as a part of PCOS, how they have a history of developing and becoming chronic through the different stages. Both myself and Ishita, we have as we explained to all of you, we've gone through so many health problems which developed over a period of time, and after a period of time it becomes exhausting to understand what is actually happening with us. Why all these different problems? Are they related or are they different problems? Why did I develop this problem? We never get a proper answer from medicines or through other ways. But when we understand nature cure and we understand the reasoning about how our body behaves, it becomes so easy to follow this history and understand how these problems happen. So the basic principle behind nature cure is that the body is self-healing. The body has a, you may call it divine intelligence or whatever intelligence it has. It is endowed with a self-repairing, self-maintaining and self-regulating mechanism. This is not unique to human beings. It is common to all organisms, and the reliance of this creative intelligence of our body is what is nature cure. And in nature cure, we believe that disease is unnatural and unnecessary, and disease is not as such a separate entity. It is just a lowered state of health. And healing is always possible at every stage in life because the body is endowed with self-healing powers, and all that we need to do is to provide the body with the right inputs. Now, as we go through the program, we will understand this in more depth and understand what are the right inputs our body needs. Okay, so let's understand a little bit about what is toxemia. Toxemia is nothing but the buildup of toxins in the body. Why do toxins accumulate in the body? It is because of unhealthy diet and lifestyle factors, and this kind of lifestyle causes our body to start accumulating toxins over a period of time, and the same toxins start expressing outwardly as different symptoms, which we term as disease, and we give it different names. So we will understand going forward where these toxins are coming from and why do they accumulate. Now, I explained in the previous slide that our body is self-healing, right? So that means our body is capable of removing and cleaning out these toxins which are coming from either from outside or as part of the normal daily metabolism. Our body is perfectly capable of removing these toxins and being in the best of health. How does it do that? It cleans, there's a mechanism in which the body knows which are the toxins, and it cleans out these toxins and throws it out of the body through mainly 4 ways. One is through the lungs, like when we breathe out, it is actually taking out the toxins through the air passage. And then through the kidneys, the toxins are eliminated through the urine, through the colon as undigested waste, and also through our skin. So when we perspire or sweat, or even otherwise, our body is always exchanging the air and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. It's happening through the skin. So our body normally is able to throw out these toxins in these 4 ways. So what are toxins? Toxins are basically unneeded matter which should not belong to our body, and there are different pathways through which toxins come into our body. So the usual, we know that the air, the water, or the soil, they are so polluted sometimes that we are always taking in toxins from the environment. Then also nowadays there are a lot of chemicals in household products, in makeup products, even in utensils we use in our house. So all these also put in toxins in our body. Also many of the produce like which we buy from the market may be having chemicals, preservatives, and pesticides sprayed on them. Stress. So stress also creates toxins because it slows down digestion, it slows down all the different processes happening in the body. The negative thoughts also create, from the energy level, it creates toxins within our body. Processed food, which has become so common today, the food we buy from outside, from commercial kitchens, and which are high in salt, sugar, oil, all these come with their own set of preservatives, and that adds to the toxins in our body. And even otherwise, our body is always tearing down and building up cells, and as part of the normal metabolism also, wastes are created in our body. So all these different pathways are there in which toxins are created in the body. Okay, so now why, if we say that the body is able to heal itself, why is it that then we get diseases? Why cannot the body clean itself? So the body is able to clean itself every day on a timely basis. It makes efforts to do that, but it needs time and space to do that. Now, if this important aspect is not given to the body, if there is no time or space or the right inputs given to the body is going to slow down and it's going to get accumulated with toxins. So the wrong foods, the chemicals coming from the environment, also disconnect from nature, which is happening with so many of us in the kind of rushed lifestyle we lead today. All the different lockdowns and the stress at work, too much time spending inside taking care of family or whatever other things we need to take care of in our daily life, is causing a disconnect from nature. So our body is not in sync with the cycles of nature. There is physical stress and overwork, so that we are running against time, right? So there is a lot of things we need to take care of. A sedentary lifestyle many of us are working on, online with computers, so we do not have scope for giving the body much movement, and also overthinking. So we are doing more of mental work, less of, physical work. So there is a lot of overthinking, and medicines, and even the fear of, health itself causes a lot of fear and imbalanced thoughts, medicines and other quick fixes. So all these, burden the body, and the body is not able to throw out toxins in a timely manner. And over time, what happens is that these toxins accumulate in the body, and it starts it starts manifesting on the outside as different symptoms. So it may, start out as smaller problems and lead to bigger problems over time. So we will, understand more about that when we go through progression of disease.